What is your American dream?
My American dream is to have all the people in this country unite under the fact no racism, no discrimination, no people that make billions when other people are suffering.
For that people to have honest conversations, to care about each other, and to have equal rights.
My American dream is an America where we fully engage the ideals of freedom, liberty, and justice for all people, not based on the color of your skin tone, your access to money and resources, your ability to pay your way through a legal system or a litigious process to obtain something like health care.
I hope America will be one day like Martin Luther King fights so hard for equality. We are all the same. We are all the same. There's no race, there is no nationality, nothing. We are created by God and we are all the same, and that's what we have to be in this country.
My American dream is that this truly does become a place where we can all coexist and have liberty and justice for all.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam!
Hello guys, this is Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Today I'm going to teach you guys how to say I love you
Yeah.
in Thai.
Yeah.
Saying I love you means everything.
It means
right?
everything.
There are three of the most beautiful words
They are.
a person can hear.
Right on, Stacy.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm
Let's
ready.
start it.
Okay.
ผมรักคุณ
Foam raccoon.
How about to say I love you so much?
I love you so
I love
much.
you so much.
I love you so
In
much.
Thai,
Oh,
so much.
so
In
much.
Thai มาก
Mac.
ผม
Foam
รักคุณมาก
raccoon. Mac. Foam raccoon.
Okay, we just
Mac.
learn how to say I love you and I love you so much.
I love you
Hi.
so much. Thank you,
I hope
Stacy.
this pleasure for today.
That's
See
it.
you next class.
Thank you, Stacy.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I got it. Pom raccoon Mac. Hear that, Pimpa? Pom raccoon Mac. I love you so much, my little prairie dog. Oh, hello, everybody. You just caught me learning how to say I love you so much in Thai. And why am I doing that? I'm preparing for when I one day get to go to Thailand to meet my prairie dog love, Pimpa. I know she still doesn't know who I am, but, I like to be prepared. And besides that, I can go around and tell everyone in the office, Pom raccoon Mac. Ha 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 ha. I love you so much. Anyway, did you miss yesterday's episode of Bradshaw Live? Well, in case you did, we had Pamela Juarez on. Pamela is 17 years old and lives in Florida. Sadly, her mother was deported in August of 2018, even though she doesn't have any criminal record, and she's married to a U.S. Marine, and she has 2 American-born children. So Pamela came on to talk about how difficult her mother's deportation has been for her and the entire family, and also how difficult it has been because her father, the Marine, was and still is a Donald Trump supporter, which is really confusing the family because, of course, everyone wants their mom, Alejandra, home. And now, the time you've all been waiting for. It's time for Bradshaw Live, starring Brad Bernstein and co-host Belgium Kim and Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias. And to all of you Brad squad out there, I just want to tell you, Pom raccoon Mac. I love you all so much. Oh, Pimpa, Pom raccoon, Pimpa, Pom raccoon Mac.
How you doing, everybody? It's Wednesday, Hump Day, December 5th. It's the Hump Day. It's the day in the middle, but it's a hump. We call it Hump Day. Everybody seems to get a little randy on Hump Day. Welcome, Belgium Kim. How randy are you today for Hump Day? How randy are you?
Do I make you randy,
are
baby?
you randy? Are you randy today for Hump Day?
I'm randy every day, Brad.
You're randy every day?
So
really? You are randy every day?
I'm ready, extra ready for Hump Day.
Extra ready for Hump Day.
I stay ready for Hump Day.
I did not really see you much today.
No, we didn't.
I was very busy running a law firm, which is what I do. So I walked by.
Yeah.
I saw you were on the computer.
Yep.
What exactly are you doing there?
I was looking at pictures of penises for this Hump Day discussion we're about to have.
Okay, thank you very much.
You paid me today to look at pictures of penises.
Whoa. All right, we're going to get there in a few minutes, but let me say hello to everybody first. Yvonne Steele, what's happening? And Tamika Nelson, squad up, y'all. Burke Madera says, hey, Dion. Jella Shauna, squad up. Tamika says squad up to Brad, Kim, Yo-Yo, Sam, and the rest of the crews. Multiple crews here.
That's right.
Multiple crews. Yvonne Steele, Allie Boo Beecher. Allie Boo. Haven't seen her in a while, have I?
No.
Burke Madera. Welcome back, Allie Boo. Christy Gonzalez. And who else we got? Dionne Watson, I said already, right?
Did Allie Boo get married?
Yeah, she changed her name.
Yeah.
Right. And now I see Groundhog Sam is only saying hello in Thai.
I see that.
What's up with that? Just call me Joel Dior. Squad up. What's going on?
Jessica Levy.
And Jessica Levy. I like Jessica Levy better than just call me.
I understand.
I like saying Jessica Levy.
I know you do.
It's a pretty name, Jessica Levy.
It is.
If I ever had another daughter, I think I would call it Jessica Levy.
Jessica Levy.
I like
Poor
it. Jessica
daughter.
Levy Bernstein.
Thank God you're probably not going to have another daughter.
Well, you know, it's still physically
It's
possible.
still early. That's true.
It's still physically possible.
Yeah, that's true.
It works
Men
still.
don't have that issue.
It all works.
It all still works.
So all still works. Last I checked. Boy, Mr. TriCaster Man there.
Julian the TriCaster
Julian the
Man is
TriCaster
really-
Man is right on it there today. All right, and on YouTube we got Johnny FC. Ja Love says hello everybody. Afzal A squad up everyone. Happy Hump Day. Let the fun begin. Now Afzal.
Yeah.
He sent me an email earlier today.
You guys.
Right? Did he send me an email? But
He
I
sure
didn't.
did.
But the picture, I didn't understand the picture what he was sending me.
What do you mean you
I
didn't?
opened it up and it looked like Sam, but I didn't know what he was doing. Why was he sending that picture to me?
What? Really?
Yeah, maybe it came out wrong on my phone.
No. So if you saw, it's a head.
the
so
head
it's
of
a
Sam.
mascot head. He got the full costume. Is what that was saying.
I didn't understand what.
That's what he
Afzal
literally.
A.
We told Afzal, you better get a full costume.
Afzal A now has a full Groundhog Sam costume. That is a dedicated Brad squatter. All right, the man went out. He watched our show, and the man went out and he custom made a Groundhog Sam full bodysuit.
Yeah.
Right, he wants on the show. Afzal.
That's a whole new
Does he
level
want
of
on the show?
commitment.
That is a level of commitment. Does he wants on the show?
There's no way he doesn't want.
He
on
wants.
the show.
I mean, he's coming in full. Now we can have Jenny from the Cubicle as the headless horseman.
Yep.
And we can have Afzal A come on as Sam.
Yep.
And we also have the dinosaur.
Graciela
Graciela, the dancing
as the
dinosaur.
T-Rex,
if you remember.
right.
T-Rex, if you remember from. Why is everybody so angry?
Why is everybody angry?
Who's angry? Is that Sam who's angry?
You know, I don't know who's angry. Is it Sam? Is Sam afraid that his place is going to be taken?
I don't know. We're having fun, Sam. No reason to be angry. Yeah. Even Christy Gonzalez says, "What's up with the angry face?"
Yeah.
What is up with that? We're having a good time, and then all of a sudden, somebody just starts pressing angry faces?
And people need to understand, Brad is very affected by your angry faces and your thumbs down.
That's right. I'm very sensitive.
You are.
I am.
You are.
I am. I'm losing my voice again.
People, cut.
Yeah.
How are you still losing your voice?
I don't know.
This
Just, it
cold
was
is
coming
dry.
back, and now I feel I'm losing it
I
again.
feel like you've had this cold for 6 months.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I am very sensitive. So when you give me angry faces, then I'm like, oh. But then when you give me laughing faces, I'm like, hey, what's up? All right.
We're getting equal with hearts now, so
Yes.
it's okay. The hearts
Yes,
are.
yes. So welcome everybody. It is Hump Day. We got to get to our schmooze, Belgium Kim.
Absolutely, we
and
do.
Of course we have. Who do we have waiting on hold here for our Nobody. So you can also call with your immigration questions,
you can.
because after we get through our schmooze and our hump day news, we will be answering your immigration questions.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Kim, are you ready to schmooze?
I'm so ready to schmooze, Brad. I'm ready to schmooze right along with you.
There we go.
Hey!
There we go. There we go. So today, most of the federal government shut down.
Yeah.
Okay, the most banks shut down.
Yep.
There was no postman today because we were wondering what happened to our legal mail today, and then we realized that around 5:25, we're like, "Where's this postman with all our legal mail?"
Right.
Because lawyers need legal mail. What are we supposed to do until we get our legal mail? We got to read it. That's what we do.
Right.
But there was no legal mail today, so all the lawyers were hanging out and having fun.
Just chilling.
Chilling, waiting for the legal mail to come in, and there was no legal mail. I hate when they shut the post office down.
There seemed to be a lot of moving about for people
they
who
were
were
all
chilling.
They were all chilling. They're like, "We're."
Okay.
And I go, doesn't anybody have work to do? We're all waiting for the legal mail, Brad.
Everybody's
waiting for the legal mail.
crowded around USPS.
Yes. So the postman never came. Okay.
No, he did not.
Right. Versus the postman always knocks twice, but this time the postman never showed up because and the stock market was closed as well.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's a lot of. I was on the street today. The stock market was closed. We're in Lower Manhattan, which is like the heart of the financial center of the United States of America. There were a lot of Wall Street bros walking around with nothing to do also. I saw a lot of Wall Street bros walking around. I'm like, don't you guys get back in your office just because the stock market's closed? I mean, they were packed all over the Wall Street bros on the street.
I'm just picturing like Wolf of Wall Street, but on the street.
Exactly. They're all like,
it was like
coked out,
Leonardo
DiCaprio walking like 1,000 Leonardo DiCaprios walking down the street.
What's on their mind?
Yes. So, I mean, I'm like, where do all these bros come from, you know? I'm like, they shut the stock market down? They just walk the streets? I don't get it.
It's true. There are a lot of finance bros in our area.
Yeah, but somebody's angry.
I think it's Sam. I think Sam is afraid. I feel like he's afraid that someone is coming for his title.
I don't know.
Don't worry, Sam. You could never be replaced.
I don't know.
Afsal is a mere interpretation.
Yeah. So the reason why everything was closed is because George Herbert Walker Bush's funeral. There he is. He has passed away.
Yeah.
They had all of the former presidents and all of the former first ladies in the front row of the funeral.
Yeah.
Which, by all accounts, from either watching on television and by all accounts from, oh, hello there, sir. Hello there. Hello there. How are you? Let it go. All right. So, by all accounts, it was a very awkward moment.
Well, yeah.
I watched it for a little bit. So you have the picture. I gotta pull it up on my phone here because I gotta look at it very closely.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull it up on my phone here. So by all accounts. Where is it? By all accounts, let me look at this picture here. Okay, you got a row.
Right.
Okay, and the row is you got Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, then Melania. Then Barack Obama.
Right.
So within arm's length of each other is Trump, who said Barack Obama's a fraud. He was never born in the United States of America.
Right.
And was the worst president ever.
Right.
Okay. Next to Barack is Michelle. Then Bill Clinton.
Yep.
And then Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
Who Trump goes to rallies every week and says she should be in jail.
Right.
And then the Carters, nobody talks about them.
Right, nobody. I could have sworn Jimmy Carter was dead.
No, Jimmy Carter's alive.
I had to fact check
He's still
myself.
alive?
Jimmy Carter's alive.
I could have sworn that we saw, but I think I mixed up his funeral with Reagan's.
Reagan's dead.
Yeah.
Reagan's
He's been
dead.
gone for a
Herbert
while.
Walker's dead.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's got to make Jimmy think that he could,
Well, yeah. I mean,
He may be the next.
he's the oldest of the living presidents.
But certainly, it was a lot of formidable awkwardness there on the front row, and it featured all these collections of presidents and former presidents and first ladies. They have all, in one way or the other, been directly criticized by Donald Trump, and it led to, if anybody goes back and looks at the videotape, a lot of awkward handshakes, a lot of averted eye contact. Donald Trump and Hillary didn't even look at each other.
Right.
That's so awkward.
And it would actually make you pretty thankful that you were not there in the front row.
God, yes.
Like if I was invited, I don't think I would have wanted to be there in that front row.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Michelle has been going on a national book tour talking about how the one thing she can never ever forgive Donald Trump for is starting the birther movement. She was like, I will never forgive him for what he did to my family, and now they're two people apart.
That is correct. And you knew that Melania had to sit between them.
Of course.
Okay, you knew Melania had to sit between them. So that's why we were all shut down. Meanwhile, last night, Yonathan, I don't know if you checked the news or not, Michael Flynn, who was Donald Trump's first national security advisor, he pled guilty.
Ooh.
He is now, excuse me, he cooperated with the Mueller investigation. In the final papers that were submitted to the court for his sentencing, his sentencing memo, Mueller said that he sat down on 19 different days and gave information regarding Donald Trump, Donald Trump's campaign members, people associated with Donald Trump or the Trump organization, and ties to Russia. And in addition, as part of that investigation and interview process of 19 days, an additional criminal investigation, which we don't know what that additional criminal investigation is yet, has also started. So he has provided a substantial amount of evidence for the Mueller investigation. He was actually the first one to come forward. He's a former general, and as a result of that, Mueller, who is not an easy guy to begin with, suggested in the sentencing memo that Michael Flynn was so cooperative and so helpful in the investigation. Now, we don't know what he did yet. It still hasn't come out. We just know he was helpful. And Donald Trump's got to be sweating bullets.
Of course.
Okay? But we don't know what he said about Trump. We don't know what the other criminal investigation is. And we don't know who else he implicated. But he was there from the beginning of the campaign. He was the one who brought in the ambassador to Russia to meet the Trump organization. And as a result of all of his cooperation, Mueller says he should not go to jail, despite the fact that he did a lot of bad things.
So Mueller said that Trump shouldn't?
No, that Michael Flynn,
shouldn't.
The former national security advisor, should not go to jail. Now, Flynn pled guilty on January 24th, 2017. So it's been almost a year now that he's been cooperating with the Russian investigation. And he was pled guilty to actually lying to federal agents, and then he came clean. But there was a lot more they could have charged him with, which was including treason, if in fact he allowed a foreign hostile government to assist a presidential campaign in swaying an election. In a contemporaneous memo documenting interactions with the president and Michael Flynn, former FBI Director James Comey said Trump expressed hope that Comey, this was before Comey was fired, that Comey could let Flynn go, not investigate him, not say, just kind of like whatever Flynn did, just forget about it. And Trump called Flynn a good guy. So this was back right when Trump became president of the United States. He called Comey, if you remember, and then when Comey says, no, I'm going to investigate him, and you can't sway me, Trump said, you're fired. And and when Comey got fired, that's when the Mueller investigation started. So we go back to Michael Flynn, who has now pled guilty, who spent 19 different days helping the Mueller investigation piece together what the Trump organization in Russia did. We know that Donald Trump tried to get Michael Flynn off the hook because he knew Michael Flynn had a lot of information. He called in his FBI director and said, let him go, don't investigate him. Comey said no. Trump fired Comey, which started this whole entire thing.
Did he really think he was going to get away with this, though?
Yes, I think he really did think he was. I think he really. But the heaps of evidence Michael Flynn must have had for Mueller to go and be like, you need no prison time. I mean, the terrible things he must have had on Trump.
Now, on Friday, we're going to get the sentencing memo for Paul Manafort. who also has pled guilty. He was found guilty in one trial, and he pled guilty in the second one.
Right.
So this is that when he pled guilty in the second one, which was about a month or two ago, he agreed to cooperate with the U.S. government with the Mueller investigation, just like Flynn.
Right.
But what happens is with the district attorneys, a good district attorney, they know when you're lying.
Right.
Okay. So what Manafort was doing, he was being selective with his memory.
Right.
Apparently. So he was telling the truth, but he wasn't telling the whole truth. You
And that changes the whole
right.
story.
Some things he didn't remember. Some things he omitted. Now what happens is that they connect all the dots. Well, we got 6 guys who says Manafort was in this room, and Manafort says, I don't know anything about being in this room. I'm just making it up, something like that.
Right.
Then they know he's lying.
Right.
Okay? So now they have pulled the cooperation agreement with Manafort.
Right.
And they're going to throw the book at him because they caught him lying. Now, maybe Manafort's playing games because he thinks that Trump's going to, everybody's taking a different approach to this.
Right.
Okay? There's some people who think Trump's going to survive and pardon them.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay? So Manafort, in my head, is taking that idea. I made the cooperation agreement, but you know what? I think Trump's going to survive and he'll pardon me.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm going to support him. I'm not going to give the goods on him. All right. So now Mueller's going to go to court on Friday with Manafort, and probably in the sentencing memo spell out some more stuff that Manafort did about lying, not being forthright with the investigation. And Manafort's looking at life in jail right now.
Ooh.
He's never going to. He and Bernie Madoff are going to die in jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a movie.
Right. So now, but
God,
if you think
yes.
about it. Think about all the people who pled guilty already.
Yeah.
You have Flynn
Yep.
cooperating.
Yes.
Okay. Now Trump said a year ago he's a good guy. Now Flynn's terrible liar.
Right.
Okay. But he's cooperating now, and Mueller said give him a light sentence. You have Michael Cohen, who was Trump's fixer.
Right.
He's cooperating. He's coming clean. He says my country's more important to me than supporting Donald Trump.
Right.
And what I did was wrong, and I'm going to fix it. Now, Donald Trump says he should go to jail for life. He's a liar. Okay? Then you have a guy like Manafort.
Right.
Okay? Manafort made a cooperation. He's like a weasel, this guy.
Yeah.
He makes an agreement, but then he doesn't even keep to it
Yeah.
because he's trying to hold both decks of cards to see if Trump will pardon him. And Trump's saying, they ruined Manafort's life. They ruined his life. What did he do? Whatever he did was well before he ever met me, and they ruined his life.
Like, it's not like, he doesn't even try to hide it.
Right.
It's,
And then there's the other guy, Roger Stone, who was a Trump campaign advisor. He's the one who supposedly put in touch the WikiLeaks guy, Julian Assange, Roger Stone, whoever this Guccifer guy is. The Guccifer guy is the one who leaked all the emails, and there's some sort of connection to Russian intelligence who was trying to manipulate social media with Trump backing to coordinate with the Trump organization, manipulating advertisements on social media to sway the election.
Right.
Okay, all of that was, this guy, Roger Stone, was involved.
Right.
He went to testify before Congress. He took the fifth. He says, I'm going to implicate myself if I talk.
Right.
So obviously, you take the fifth when you're guilty.
Right.
right.
Okay. Now you can't hold it against you, but everyone knows when you take the fifth, guilty as sin.
Yeah.
So what
Okay.
happens when you say that? Like when I take the fifth? So it's
You cannot self-incriminate yourself in a court of law. So in other words, you can't. They can't force you to say I did it.
right. So how would they?
So if they ask you a question, okay, and now you have an issue. Okay, your issue is you swore on the Bible or whatever it is. I'm not going to lie. Okay, and you did it.
Right.
Okay, I'm swearing on the Bible, and I'm going to now testify to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Right.
Okay, and this has nothing to do with Trump.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Brad Bernstein, is that your name? Yes, it is. Mr. Brad Bernstein, do you have a show on Facebook? Yes, I do, because I'm telling the truth.
Right.
Mr. Brad Bernstein, do you know a woman by the name of Belgium Kim? Yes, I do. I do know Belgium Kim. Her name is really Kim Moore, but she goes by Belgium Kim on the show. Wonderful. Were you and Belgium Kim in the bank on September 1st, 2016 when it was robbed? Well, I either have to tell the truth, okay, and now all of a sudden I'm a suspect in the bank robbery,
Right.
Right.
or or I lie, and now I'm committing perjury.
Right.
Or the third thing you can do is,
Plead
because
the
you
fifth.
can't implicate yourself, I plead the fifth.
Right.
Because you don't want to lie.
wanna lie.
Because now you've committed another crime. But at the
But
same
now
time,
it's like they know you lied. Or they know you did it.
They know you did it. But what the law says is the fact that you take the Fifth Amendment right to self-implication, doesn't mean that they can use it in a court of law to say to a jury.
Wow.
You can't use that to say to a jury, well, he took the Fifth, therefore he must be guilty.
Right.
Right.
So the jury doesn't even know, can't consider that.
But
in the back of their mind, they're going to be like,
Of course,
well,
you're
he
human.
pleaded the-
Of course, you're human.
Right.
Now, he took the Fifth, Roger Stone,
Right.
not before a court of law, but before the Senate.
Right.
Okay, and he says, I'm going to take the Fifth.
Look
because
at
of
it. He looks like he said it right there.
It looks like
I plead the fifth.
By the way, it looks like he's hailing to Hitler right there.
Yeah.
So that's basically. So we know he's guilty of something.
Right.
We don't know what Flynn said. We don't know what they got from Manafort. We don't know what they got from Michael Cohen.
Right.
But everybody's taking. The point is that everybody's taking different tacks.
Yeah.
Some people are saying, I'm going to cooperate, I'm going to try to get the lightest sentence.
Right.
And other people are going to say, I'm going in Trump's boat.
Right.
I'm hitching my wagon to Trump.
Right.
And as long as I show Trump that I support him and I'm behind him, I don't care how much I have to lie, I know he's going to pardon me.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
They're going to make this a docuseries.
Oh, I cannot-
After it's done.
A docuseries?
Like
You know what?
the
This
OJ
entire-
case.
The OJ, you can write an encyclopedia on what's happened in the last.
It's crazy.
It would literally be to have a 2-hour movie about what's going on.
Yeah.
It would be like 2 days in the life of what's going on.
Yeah.
They would not be
Sheesh.
able to do this. I mean, it's so crazy what's going on.
Real quick.
Yes.
What do you feel the outcome is going to be? Prediction of Brad.
I think
don't
the
think we've
Trump
ever asked.
organization is rotten to the core. I think Donald Trump is rotten to the core. I think he coordinated with Russia. I think Russia manipulated the election. They worked together to manipulate the election on behalf of Donald Trump and Donald Trump's campaign, whether he personally or his surrogates. He knew that the Trump organization, the Donald Trump campaign, and the Soviet Russian Federation, which is a hostile government, worked together to get him elected.
Yeah.
And that is treason. You can't have a foreign government assist you in manipulating the United States democracy.
Right.
That's what I think happened. Now, what is going to happen,
Yes.
I have no idea.
You don't have any prediction in mind?
You want to know why I know something is there? Because if something wasn't there, this investigation would have stopped a long
Would've been
time
over.
ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason it would have stopped a long time ago is because who is in charge of the Mueller investigation? The Republicans.
Right.
Okay? The Justice Department, run by Donald Trump.
Right.
If there was truly nothing there, they would have stopped this a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Absolutely.
The fact that there is so much there, so much to say that what he did
Yeah.
was in essence treason. Donald Trump, so much there that nobody can stop it now.
Absolutely.
Nobody can stop it now.
I think it's gonna be really interesting to see how history looks back on this time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think that we are probably in the most politically fraught time in our history.
Well, certainly. Now, history always changes over time.
Right. Exactly.
All right?
Exactly.
And I'll give you 2 examples of where history, people said this guy's the worst president in the world, and they go now back and they say he wasn't so bad. Okay, Truman,
Yeah.
who dropped a bomb on Japan to end
Yeah.
World War II. When he was voted out of office, he had the lowest approval rating I think in the history of the United States. It was under 15%.
Yeah,
Or
but now
18%. Now history looks back and says he was a pretty good president.
the man who won World War II now.
Right.
Yeah.
Now George Herbert Walker Bush,
Yeah.
he lost to Bill Clinton. He had the famous line, "Read my lips, no new taxes." And then what did he do 2 years later? He raised taxes. He went back on his one promise to the United States that he wouldn't do. He got voted out. People hated him for that.
Yeah.
Now they look back 25 years later, they look back and say, he was a wonderful president.
It's crazy how it changes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you read all the wonderful things they're saying about him.
I don't think they're going to ever say that about Trump, though.
Well, not right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, who knows?
Right now, it's not for sure.
What positive thing can you say about him?
Right.
We'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
Yeah.
We will see. But we have to get to something that we like to call on Wednesdays, Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Yes.
Are you ready? I asked Kim if she was Randy. You feeling Randy?
Are you feeling Randy? Baby?
Yes.
Did the same thing.
Are you feeling Randy?
Do I make you Randy?
Are you feeling Randy? Are you? By the way, Tamika Nelson.
Yeah.
Tamika Nelson. I was going to go do more regular schmooze
Oh,
news.
No,
she
she
said
made
when
you.
Hump Day news gonna start.
Tamika Nelson's feeling Randy. So
Yeah.
so I'm about to go to my next thing, and then I look down and go. Tamika goes, "When's the Hump Day news going to start?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we'll start Hump Day news. I just
Yeah.
follow what the Brad Squad wants to do.
That's what you
And
got
that
to
is,
do.
and honestly, that's true. I was
Yeah.
going to.
Oh, is that
Excuse
what
me.
you?
I was going to go to another.
Yeah,
I was going to go to
we
another
feeling
story.
Randy, baby.
Right. But I said, wow, everybody's a little Randy today.
Yeah,
have some good
look,
ones.
it's one day out the week that we have
Yeah.
to look forward to.
That's
So,
true.
Right.
so in any event, Yonathan, did you ever hear this website called Cam Soda?
No,
You don't know what that is?
Cam Soda.
Cam Soda.
Absolutely not.
Do you know what this website is, Cam Soda?
No.
No?
No.
Okay,
Okay, so
she does.
I've never heard of it.
apparently it's apparently it's like a campsite where you pay to watch somebody
Okay,
get
Cam.
naked.
Webcams,
Okay.
right?
Like a web-
webcam site.
Okay.
So they have now come out
Yeah.
with a new entertainment platform.
What?
Yes, they have announced the debut. Jonathan, I am not making this up.
I'm so nervous.
I am not making it. By the way, Tamika, sit down for this one. All right? This may be Tamika's two favorite things. I'm not sure.
I feel like this was.
I'm so nervous.
All right. They have come up with and announced. Who came up with this, by the way?
You start laughing.
Who found this story?
You know what?
Did you find this story?
Jilly Bean
Jilly
found
Bean
this
found
story.
this story?
Absolutely. Normally the one that does my favorite.
You gotta look hard for this one,
That
right?
was Jilly Bean.
Boy,
That was-
that's no pun intended. You gotta look hard for this one.
Soda.
salivating just
Yes.
thinking about
Right.
it, Brad.
All right, so Cam Soda, the leading cam company where
Right.
you pay, I guess, $1 or $2, whatever it is.
Right.
You watch somebody strip and live, and it's your show or whatever. They announced the debut of they originally. Oh, I just want to say this on my phone. On my phone right now, I have something called Grubhub. You ever hear of Grubhub?
Yes.
Okay.
Love
I
Grubhub.
thought you were about to say Pornhub.
No.
I was like, don't tell the
Dang.
people.
So on my phone, I have Grubhub.
Yes.
Right.
So if I want to go to Grubhub, I feel like having a pizza.
Yeah.
Yes.
I go and order the pizza.
Yes.
Right.
Right?
That's
30
what-
minutes, Pizza Man's here.
Yes.
There he is.
Okay. So now, Cam Soda,
Yeah.
the leading adult entertainment webcam platform.
Yeah.
What is it?
He's not gonna get it out.
Uh,
Do it. You got this.
All right. I'm going to spit it out. Cam Soda,
Yeah.
the leading adult entertainment webcam platform, announced the debut of RubGrub. Not Grubhub, RubGrub.
Get out of
It
here.
is a vibrator that you can buy online that will also order food for you once your orgasm is done. So you can go and buy your RubGrub vibrator, and you can rub it out, and then call some grub.
Oh, what?
It is a true. This is not.
Not the
And there
pizza
she
man.
is. 1 second. The pizza man shows up, and she's opening up the pizza, and inside, and she's holding her dildo.
Right.
She's holding her dildo
Vibrator
because she
in
just
there.
finished, and the pizza man's like, I ain't leaving.
Right. Look how happy he looks.
Pizza man's not leaving.
Everybody wins.
Everybody
Right.
wins.
So the offering is made possible with an internet programmable Bluetooth button, similar to the Amazon. I asked Kim. I said, "Is this fake news?" And she's like, "No,
No.
it's real." Similar to the Amazon Dash button, and it's designed to fit in the Lovens Nora vibrator. The button also has a Apple Wallet associated with it, so you can program in your credit card into the vibrator ahead of time. So, and you can also pre-program your favorite pizza place, so you can pull out your vibrator. You can go to town on the vibrator.
It's a whole photo shoot they got.
Yeah,
though.
you can go to town on the vibrator, and then you're like, yeah, I'm hungry. Maybe I'll order some pizza.
Yeah,
and never put the thing down.
Exactly.
Can you imagine? Or you can order the pizza while you're going at it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's like, so it'll be there by the
no,
time you're done.
No, but then it would be great to be like, yes, can I make an extra cheese, please? Extra cheese! Yes! Miss, did you ask for extra cheese? Yes! I asked for extra cheese! Yes! Pepperoni too! Miss, why are you yelling?
God.
Yes! Pepperoni! Miss, do you want pepperoni? You don't want it? I think you can imagine.
Oh.
I don't even need to because of your dramatic reenactment just now.
And now their slogan, by the way,
God.
is the rub button. The slogan is "Get off and get stuffed."
I can't.
Can you imagine you show up with
In
the...
more ways
By the way,
than
that
one.
was a double dildo in there. That wasn't even a single...
No.
Was that
see,
what
that's
you
how
showed
you
that
know he
picture,
don't
Max?
know.
One
Kim,
second, go
Kim
back,
knows.
Kim, is that yours? Kim, is that yours?
You guys,
That's the double one.
It's not a double.
It's
It's,
not.
a stimulator, y'all. Know your
I thought
vibrator.
that was
I
a
know
double one.
I know what
It's a
that
stimulator.
Oh, I thought that was the double one. Like it's
No.
going in every hole possible.
You're not the
They're
only
like,
one
there's
who
no
said
hole,
that.
that thing's not going in. And now I feel like eating a pizza.
You're not the only one who's made that mistake today, but no, it is not a double.
I thought it was a double. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I don't understand why they tell you to order at the end though, because I feel like you press the button first, and then right as you're like finishing up.
Or maybe you just press the button, you have the pizza, and you just have a food orgasm. You can do that too, right?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, but then just order a pizza regular. Why
Right,
do
but
I
why
have
do
to
you have to
go
do it
all
off
the
your
way to go
vibrator?
grab my vibrator to order
Right,
the
which
pizza?
is like in the back of the closet, hidden,
Can
nobody
you
sees
imagine,
it.
like being at a party and someone's like, "Does somebody want to order pizza?" And I was like, "I got it. I'll go grab my vibrator. I'll be right back."
Can you imagine the mom having like a party with her friends, like adult party, and like the son comes out like a little kid's like, "Mommy, I want to order pizza," with the dildo. Can you order? I pressed the button.
Pizza's on the way.
I don't understand, Kim, and maybe from a male perspective,
Yeah.
Yonathan.
Yeah.
Okay, after, at least from my perspective,
Right.
okay, I'm not hungry after I have an orgasm. It's not like I
am.
feel. You are?
Yeah.
I want to close
I
my
am.
eyes. I'm tired.
No.
You know? Yeah.
No.
No.
You're hungry.
Yeah.
I want no.
You
Well,
want some food?
especially if you're already hungry before. Sometimes you do your little thing before,
While
like
you
if
wait
have
for the pizza man
yeah.
to bring you your pizza.
Most men just fall asleep, don't they?
I mean, I fall asleep
What
as
was
well.
that noise you just made, Yonathan? Yonathan, what are you doing? Do not discuss this with me and make noises like that. All right?
Well, when
Now,
talking
Kim,
about this
from a
topic.
female perspective,
Yeah.
okay, are you tired after? Are you sore? Or are you
Please don't
hungry?
ever,
All right,
don't
Kim?
ever say those words again. And second, no, I mean, Brad, I'm hungry most of the
Yes.
time, quite
By
frankly.
the way, Kim, this is like your dream job right now, right?
I had to find rub grub pictures all day long. It was a great day.
That's why I was asking what you were doing on the
100%.
computer all day.
This is what I was doing. I was not watching
Right,
the funeral.
When we started the show, I go, Kim, so what were you doing all day today? She goes, I was just looking at penis pictures on the, because I knew about this story, and Kim came to me and she's like, I've been trying to find these pictures all day. I've been looking at porn all day long today.
That is hilarious.
All day, I go, I can't believe I paid you all day long to look at porn.
Tamika asked me, she was like, Kim, aren't you worried about going blind by looking at those penises all day? And I said, it's a hard, hard job, but I get through it. Ha ha ha.
All right, so if anybody wants to know,
yes,
you can buy for $19.95 the vibrator.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad
But
at
for
all.
$119.95, you can buy the vibrator with the button that orders the pizza.
So
that's an extra $100. So for $119.95, pizza not included, by the way. You got to pay for the pizza separately.
Right. That's fair. That's fair.
But maybe it's like I'm almost thinking like it's almost like You know, you ever see the, like all like the dumb porn movies, like, oh, let's order a pizza, and the pizza man comes over.
Right,
and
right.
Sex with
Well,
you,
that's what that photo should look like.
So I mean, it's like almost like I'm not ordering a pizza. I'm just ordering a man over, and he happens to be bringing a pizza with him.
Excuse me, Mr. Pizza
That
Man.
would have actually been a good, a good little item to have as well. You know what I mean? Just in case. Instead of ordering food, order a man.
Exactly.
And answer the door with vibrator in hand.
So
100% guaranteed success.
So Cam Soda feels that this is going to be a big hit. And they are now already in negotiations, I am not making this up, to add additional restaurants, including those that serve Mexican and Chinese.
That's right. I want
So is it
food
only
after.
pizza now?
No, it's right now it's going to be Mexican, Chinese, or patois. Not patois. What's not patois? Patois is the language.
Jamaican food?
Jamaican. Jerk food.
Like Caribbean food?
Caribbean jerk.
Good jerk.
Caribbean jerk.
It would be really funny if you could have jerk on there. There's a jerk setting.
Yes.
All right.
I like to order a jerk, and you don't know if you're getting food or some like jerky pizza guy coming, right?
Maybe both.
Maybe both.
Oh my God.
Hump day, gotta love it.
Kim.
Yeah.
You need me to?
I'm not. I'm
You
good.
need this? You okay?
I'm,
You
I'm,
okay?
I'm
You need-
waiting. I'm waiting for my Christmas present any day now.
Oh, I thought you're like I'm already done. I'm waiting for the pizza.
Oh no! I will say.
You're like Brad. I'm not hot anymore. I'm just waiting for my pizza.
I will say. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but I was craving pizza all afternoon today.
Oh gosh.
All right. So meanwhile, in other Hump Day news, Yonathan.
Yes.
All right. I don't know what the rest is in here. We're going to read through it right now quickly.
Okay.
In other Hump Day news, did you hear about the grandma whose family treated her to a birthday trip to Germany? 50-year-old grandma was treated on her 50th birthday. Family got together and they put their money together to send her to Germany to discover their heritage. I guess the woman's German. And they booked an Airbnb in Germany. Now, it was supposed to be an Airbnb so they can have a family get-together in Germany and meet everybody and discover their roots. They were shocked to find out that the Airbnb that they rented was, in fact, a brothel.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. So Anna Visgo, 25, the 25-year-old daughter, and the two siblings.
My God.
This is what their Airbnb look like. This is what their Airbnb look like. They show up, and this is what the Airbnb looks like. Can you imagine? So Anna Visgo, 25, and her two siblings, they had planned this November trip to Hamburg, Germany to celebrate their mother's 50th, but the family vacation started off very awkwardly. When they arrived, they were met at the brothel by a prostitute who led them into a bedroom stashed with whips and porn films. And the prostitute said, "Are you really going to stay here? Nice." And then she showed us the door where to go in. So Anna says they were taken up the stairs with purple wallpaper, mirrors everywhere, in different VIP rooms. So when we got into the apartment, there was a big bedroom. So they rented one bedroom in this brothel, and where there's a huge cross and it's lined up with whips and clamps. I'm just reading what she wrote here.
Clamps.
And filled. What kind of clamps? What would be a clamp?
Clamps like
Oh, like
clamps.
ow.
Yes, that's
your nipple.
Yeah,
ow.
nipple clamps
Or there are testicle clamps.
Ow! Ow!
You can clamp anything.
Ow! That hurts.
You can clamp anything.
Oh my
Anything
God.
can be clamped.
You don't
that
want to
hurts.
know.
That hurts. You can clamp your testicle?
Yeah.
That's such a thing?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have them, but yeah.
You don't have testicles? You don't have clamps?
Either.
You don't have clamps?
I know whips, I know chains, I know handcuffs.
Handcuffs, right?
I never heard of clamps.
You gotta expand your.
What is it? It's like a lobster thing, and you just closes on you. What does it do?
Well,
Or you can like pull, with the clamps. And
you
stuff
know
like
about
that.
this?
they're like,
SOS.
they clamp shut. It's like a little.
People like pain. I don't like pain.
All right. So
this little thing behind. Put your arm down.
So they were.
Your arm is covering the peen.
So they were filled with posters of naked women, lots of porn films. Everyone was shocked. We're like, what the F did we book here? Then we were told to be a little careful when we go downstairs out of consideration for the other prostitutes who were working there. However, the 3 siblings and their mother took the mishap in stride, and they had a lovely time in Hamburg, and they stayed there.
They stayed?
Yes.
They stayed. Yeah. Way to be good sports about it.
Now, this was only discovered because they left a note on Airbnb after their entire trip. They stayed at the brothel. They had a good time in the room. And it was all discovered by the news after they returned to Denmark. Visco, who was the 25-year-old daughter, left a public message on Airbnb to them that said, perhaps in the future you should advertise an alternative location for your rental bedroom. And then it was all discovered.
Am I wrong for kind of wanting that lamp? Because I think that I think the peen is the switch to turn the lamp on and off.
Look, life is.
Look at it. That's a great.
What is that?
It's a bedside lamp.
It's a bedside lamp.
And
It
is.
The peen
and the peen is totally the button to turn it on and off.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I love that.
Oh my God,
oh man, you guys, so many ideas for presents for Kimberly.
Oh my gosh.
Just the season.
All right, so one last hump day before we get to our immigration questions here. We change it up a little bit. There seems to be a very horny display in the UK. It's always the UK has these horny, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
What's with the UK people, right? The
I feel like
British.
they're just more free and
The
open.
British always have some weird, horny hump day news coming out of UK.
This is
right?
That's true. That's true.
So one of the malls in the United Kingdom has a Christmas display this year that caught the eye of many a shopper. Now, after they had the Christmas trees and they had all the animals displayed, there seems to be a naughty polar bear, complete with a voyeur bear in the corner. Shoppers at the Twin Mill malls in Isle of Man, Britain, were quick to post the display on Twitter, which shows 2 bears going at it as another bear in the corner
Get out of here.
cranes his neck to watch.
Are you serious?
Look at that.
Let me see. Skeep that up.
What?
What kind of
You
thing is this?
can't. This cannot be real.
Look at the.
Right. So one of the bears also has unfortunately placed a Christmas tree that seems to be stimulating his rear as well.
I can't. Okay. All right. I can't.
So on their Facebook page, this is what the mall claims on the Facebook page. We'd like to thank our customers for getting a little too into Christmas this year with our polar bears in the atrium, and can reassure you the display has changed somewhat since setup. Apologies to anybody offended by our somewhat interactive display. They followed their apology with a hashtag night at the shopping center and hashtag naughty bear.
So they meant to do that.
I think they meant to do that.
I think that's my favorite. Is the bear that's in the corner watching?
I think
he's my favorite bear.
I'm telling you, the British are very randy.
What?
Yeah,
they are very randy, baby.
They are very randy. And with that, Yonathan, Yo-Yo Elias, and Belgium Kim, we have one person on hold right now. We are going to be answering your immigration questions in about 2 or 3 minutes. Yes, we're going to get there, but right before that, please tell everybody right now to please share and tell their friends that we're going to get some serious now. We're going to try to help as many people as we can. And please share, and that'll give me a chance to clear my throat.
All right. Well, there you guys have it. We have one person on hold. That is unheard of. We want more. And the only way we can get more is if we get the word out. Now, to get the word out, we have to share. Kim, how do we share?
People hit that share button on the bottom and top of their screen, depending on what devices they're looking at. And this is where they're going to share, Yonathan. They're going to share onto their own timeline, onto friends' timelines, onto groups that they're members of, wherever you think that people need free immigration advice, which in Trump's America, everyone needs free immigration advice. So you're going to share it there, and you're kind of copy the link on YouTube, and you're going to send that to all your people in text messages and WhatsApp groups and whatever messaging platform you prefer to use, and you're going to send it to everybody.
There you go.
And meanwhile, LXLV Gaming on YouTube says, yeah, it's either UK or Florida.
Yes.
You know what? Absolutely right. That is where the that is the two biggest source of hump day stories.
Exactly. That's very true. All right, so we have Wilson in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Wilson, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. All right, so we're going to get serious now and try to help you. What's going on?
Yeah, I have a quick question for a friend of mine. He came into the U.S. on the K-1 visa, and his relationship turned out to be an abusive one.
Okay.
And he filed a VAWA, and he was able to get a work permit and a traveling document.
Right.
And his question is it safe to travel on the travel document based on the VAWA because you got a pending VAWA?
Yeah, if he has the travel document, it's safe to do it, but VAWA needs to be extended this month. So if you have an advanced parole through VAWA, I would not be traveling at this moment till we know for sure that Congress and President Trump are going to extend it. But generally, the answer is yes, you can travel on a VAWA advanced parole.
But it's not safe at this time.
I would say no, only because I know it has not been extended yet.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. 1-800-529-5465. Perhaps everybody went out to buy the vibrator that orders the pizza because there doesn't seem to be anybody who wants to call for the answer to the immigration question.
It's rub grub time.
It's rub grub time, perhaps. You know, as soon as Yonathan showed up, they're like, "Oh, let me get my rub grub, right?"
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
All right, let's go to Shadeen in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Shadeen.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I just have a question. I sent in my paperwork last April, and I received my work permit in October, but it has been expired, and I haven't received a date for an interview. Is there anything else I can do to
Yeah, refile a new one in I-765. Do it now. You can file
Okay,
for a new
but
one.
pertaining to the interview, is there anything else I can do to that where that is concerned?
To get your interview faster?
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't do anything to get your interview faster, but you can renew your work permit, and that's what you should be doing.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. 1-800-529-5465. When do I ever have to do that, Belgium Kim?
Yeah, that's exactly. I literally wrote for the first time ever.
Yeah.
No wait on the phone lines.
Yeah,
None. If you call right now, guess when you're going to be on the show?
Call
right now.
Right now.
Like, for example, Bradley just called from West Palm Beach 8 seconds ago. Bradley.
Yes, sir. I have a question. I have a friend. He has a work permit, and the work permit is going to expire this month. And he filed a paper for renewal, but he said he called them, and they said that it's within 6 months before he received the work permit. So I'm asking, is he going to get a new card, or is he going to get an extension on the card which he has now?
Okay, so he filed an adjustment application. His work permit's going to expire sooner. It's expired. Then no one's going to give him any extension. He has to file for it. It was just like the last call. You got to file it on an I-765.
Oh, okay.
And that's what he should do. So download the I-765 online, fill it out, send it in. The quicker you send it in, the quicker you'll get your renewal. Now, for those people in the future, don't allow your work permit to expire. You can file for the renewal 90 days before the expiration, and that's what you should be doing in the future.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He has he could this document that he could have traveled outside the country with his work permit.
It's called the advanced parole. Yes, he can use it, but only if it's a combo card. It should say if he has the combo card. But if the combo card expired, you got to do a new one. And if you want the combo card, a new combo card, you need to do the I-765 and I-131 together. You can't travel on an expired combo card.
Oh, okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Calvin in Chicago, Illinois. Calvin.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Barrage.
How are you?
I'm okay. First of all, I just want to say God will bless you for your show and what you'll be doing for us.
Thank you.
So my question is, I got a letter 2 days ago that my employment authorization has been approved.
That what got
So
approved?
am I still gonna?
1 second. What is
Yeah, my EAD card.
your
my
work permit? Okay, fine.
Yeah. So I don't know. Am I still gonna wait for a very long time before I get the combo card?
You should, if it got approved, it should be in the mail within 2 weeks to you.
Oh, okay.
All right? So hang in there.
Thank you
All right?
very much.
And if you don't get it in 2 weeks, call us back, okay?
All right, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go to Andrea in the Bronx. Andrea.
It's Andre, sir. But thank you so much.
How are you? What's up?
I'm all right, sir. Good evening to
Good
you.
evening.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
All right. So I'm a resident of the U.S., right? I'm a citizen of Jamaica, right? I filed a petition for my wife, who is also a citizen of Jamaica. That is for her to receive a green card as well. Right. My question to you is, she already has a B1, B2 visitor's visa. Can she travel back and forth to Jamaica, back to the U.S., and visit me whilst her filing or her petition, is being processed? Is that possible?
Yes, she has a valid visa. She can travel to come in. But,
yes.
Okay, you have to be able to show at the airport each time you come that you are truly coming to visit, not to live here. They can always make an independent assumption that you are coming to live here. So for example, when you come on a visitor's visa, you can get up to 6 months. So if you come and you stay here for 6 months and then you go home for 3 weeks and then think you're going to come back for another 6 months, you're going to get deported at the airport. So what I would suggest to people is you come for short durations and spread it out. So if you come and you want to go visit each other, come for maximum a week. Have a return plane ticket. I'm going back in a week. I got to go back to work or whatever the reason is. Show I have my return plane ticket. I'm coming back in a week. And then don't come back, and then maybe the next month you go visit her. And then maybe, a month or two later she comes. So if she comes 2 or 3 times a year for a week, that's okay. When you start coming for long periods of time, you're running into trouble that they may stop you at the airport. That's my only concern. Okay, now, if she goes, her visa expires and she needs to go back to the U.S. Embassy to get a new one, they will not give it to her. So it's only good until it's done.
Okay, understood. I have one more question. I'm so sorry.
My pleasure.
Can she apply for a student visa whilst her petition is being processed?
No, because when you filed for her green card, you said to the U.S. government that she plans on living in America permanently.
Right.
So when you apply for a student visa, as part of the student visa application, it has what's called a non-immigrant intent. So a non-immigrant intent, you're telling the government, I'm coming to school in America, and when I leave America, and when my school is done, I'm going to leave America. And that doesn't jive with that she's going to live in America with you for the rest of your life. So you can't do both.
Okay, sir. I understand. Thank you so much. You've been a real help.
Appreciate it. Okay.
All right. Okay, sir.
All right. 1-800-KIM. Yeah. 529. 5465.
Yeah.
While we wait for the lines to heat up.
Yeah.
Because they are cold as ice.
Oh.
Well, we got too hot in the studio.
Yeah, they are cold as ice.
Maybe that's why.
Burned everything down.
It's like Domino's showing up an hour too late. Cold as ice pizza. All right. We have Anna Escona.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to discuss in her newest segment, that just doesn't make any sense, the case of Samuel Oliver Bruno. He is a 47-year-old undocumented immigrant from Mexico. He's been in the news lately. I don't know if you know about him.
Yeah.
Samuel had been living in a church in North Carolina for 10 months in order to avoid deportation.
Wow.
But he was arrested by ICE when he went to his scheduled biometrics appointment at USCIS. Yeah. Let's watch.
Hey friends from the Brad Show Live, I'm Anna Ascona. An undocumented man was arrested in North Carolina after leaving a church where he had been taking sanctuary. Samuel Oliver Bruno, a 47-year-old undocumented man, was leaving a church in North Carolina when ICE officials arrested him while he was on his way to his immigration appointment. Samuel has submitted a petition for deferred action, and he was just following up with his biometrics appointment at the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Office in North Carolina. To submit a petition for deferred action is basically to ask not to be deported. This man was living in the basement of a Methodist church since December of 2017, and when he was entering the USCIS office, bam, surprise, ICE arrested him by forcing him into a van. Following that, a group of supporters tried to stop the arrest, and 27 of them ended up arrested. According to an ICE spokesman, Samuel was arrested due to a targeted enforcement action. I think it's only fair to have allowed Samuel to attend his appointment, because now you took away his rights to ask for a deferred action. A little background story on Samuel. He left Mexico escaping the violence from cartels, and now he fears his life because of the death threats him and his family have faced for years. Now, the inhumane part of this all is that ICE won't allow Samuel to take his diabetic medication, and not only are they taking away his rights to get a deferred action, but they're also putting his life at risk. That just doesn't make any sense.
All right, peace. I love when she does that.
Yeah. It's like her signature thing.
That's her signature thing. I like that. I don't do it as cute as her, obviously, because I'm not that cute.
No.
Right, she's cute. I'm not.
Right.
Right. So I just
Jeff,
did
what
it,
you
and I'm
think?
like, so I just did it, and I'm like, that doesn't work for me. But
works.
it works for her.
adorable.
It works for her. Right. So in any event, we have something we like to do on our show every so often. We don't do it every day, but every so often we like to do it. It's something we call social media check-in. And of course, we do it every day. And of course, we do it every day.
We need a job.
Yeah. So you're like, wait, we're not doing it every day.
Right. All right, I want to start off with Natalie Ash on YouTube. What happened if you received your AOS interview date in the mail, then a month after the USCIS website update after state case about to be scheduled for an interview?
You follow what you got in the mail. Don't follow what's on the computer.
Dione said, hey Brad, my friend got her work permit approval letter 30 days ago. However, she still has not received an actual card. She lives in Minnesota. What's wrong?
Maybe it got lost in the mail. When you get the approval notice, the card should be in the mail. They have to manufacture it. So what happens is that they send you the approval, and it takes about 2 weeks to manufacture a card. If it's been 30 days, perhaps it got lost in the mail. You should call the customer service line at USCIS. Make sure that if it was mailed out, it was mailed out to the proper address.
Okay. This is a follow-up from probably yesterday, but I'm not really sure about what she's saying, so I'm going to kind of guess. Doris Dennis said, hey, Brad, this is a follow-up. How do I get the working permit for my husband and kids?
Well, if you're a U.S. citizen and your husband and kids entered legally, you file adjustment applications for them.
Awesome.
Jean is wondering, she's a U.S. citizen. How long is it gonna take to get my husband here, who's in Jamaica?
15 months.
All right, Zone Powell or Powell. I like Powell. All right.
Powell.
Yeah. Give you a little zhush to your name. Hey, Brad, what's the price to file the paperwork? My husband wants to put in the papers for me and my daughter who live in Jamaica. I'm living here.
All right, so it's $1,760 here for your adjustment I-130, your work permit, your travel document. For your daughter in Jamaica, it's $535.
Cadelia wants to know, what is the waiver for if you're married before the 90-day point?
Because you came to the United States and said to the government you were visiting. And then you got married within 90 days. So the government says nobody gets married within 90 days unless they had it in their head when they came into the airport that they were planning on getting married. So what the government says is, you lied. You misrepresented what your purpose was. You said you were coming to visit, but you were actually coming to live here. So now you're denied. No green card. You never get to live with your spouse again, and you're going to get deported. So that seems like a very harsh result. So the government allows people to file waivers to overcome your lying. So the waiver waives the lie. But you have to show that it would really be a harsh result if you and your husband were separated. So what they say is you have to show unusual hardship if your guys are going to be separated in order to get the waiver to overcome your lying, which is why you need a waiver, which is why you should never get married within the first 90 days, which is why you should always call Brad.
Answer to everything.
Man, we really came
Always
full circle.
call
Yes.
Brad.
That's right. I'm losing my voice today.
That easy.
I'm
It's
losing
kind
my
of
voice
sexy.
today.
It's like
You
a
it?
raspy voice.
Yeah, I'm losing it again. I was doing better, and now I'm losing it again.
You're not about it anymore.
It's a raspy voice.
Maybe.
I like when my voice gets raspy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're settling into. Maybe that's your new normal.
Maybe for Hump Day, I'm just trying to get a little randy.
A little randy.
Yeah.
It's a sexy rasp.
It's a sexy
It's a
rasp.
sexy rasp. All right. Ainsworth Gordon says, I've been married for 5 years, filed 2 years after my marriage. It's been 3 years, still married. I have a 10-year green card and I want to file for my citizenship.
You file it based on 3 years of a green card, not 3 years of marriage. So wait until the 3-year anniversary of your green card. And if you are in a bona fide marriage, you file your citizenship.
We've got a question from Marie who says, I'm filing a VAWA and I was told that there are plans to terminate it on December 7th. My question is, may I file the forms along with all the other documents and send them in while I wait on the psychological report and the amended marriage certificate? Because these two aren't going to be ready.
Yes, you should.
So then do I have to send in the medical as well with the forms or do I wait?
No. Wait on the medical, file it. I'm sure it will be extended, but just file it.
All right, Cordella Douglas has a question asking for her cousin. She and her children came here on a B1, B2 visa, got married to a green card holder, and the lawyer said they need to go home to do their interview, but she's afraid to go home. What can she do because she's afraid to go back? She doesn't want to.
How old are these kids?
Doesn't say how old the children are, but I would guess they were under 18.
If they're under 18, they have no problem because the 10-year bars start once you turn over 18 and 180 days. So they hold nothing against children who are under 18, who lived in the United States, who go home to pick up a green card and come back. I can tell you just from my own experience, every child we've sent home has come back. Children come back, don't worry.
Miss Shin on YouTube said, about how long does it take in Philadelphia to get a work permit after you've done your fingerprinting?
Well, it's about a 6-7 month process from the time you file if it's done right. I don't know when, not from the time of fingerprinting, you count it from the time you file.
All right, Roa Marie Luis on YouTube says, hey, Brad, I want to file for my married son in Jamaica. I want him to file for the U.S. visa before. That way I can bring him to you to discuss options. But his uncle sold his deed, his dad's birth certificate to a man. We just learned about this this past weekend. Would that affect him getting a U.S. visa? Thanks a million in advance.
Why would an uncle sell a dead man's birth certificate?
Maybe for someone else.
Oh, this man is a U.S. citizen?
Doesn't say, but I mean, maybe to use their identity.
I don't want to get involved in false identification. Let him.
That's the thing. Like what? They were going to use, I guess, the dad's death certificate.
For what purpose?
I
don't understand what happened, so I think they need to have a consultation with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Right. Are you talking about selling birth certificates and whether it'll, have a consultation?
Yeah. She wanted to have him get like a U.S. visa just to talk to you, but I guess like the answer is you could still have the consultation without him.
It's called a telephone.
Yeah.
So you don't need a visa to come talk to me. We do phone consultations all over the world.
Mac is moving from Oregon to Washington. It's just 30 miles away from one house to another. He's applying for IR1 and CR1. He's wondering if that's going to delay his immigration process.
Yes, because you're moving states, so they're going to transfer your file to the Washington office nearest you, and that's going to go to the back of the line in the Washington office. It's like starting over.
Oh, damn.
Yikes. All right, Zuriel Marcos. Sounds like an Ethiopian name. Question: if a son is 21 and older that was petitioned by his mother last 2017 and the son's U.S. visa expires 2022, will he still be able to renew his visa and enter into the United States?
The mother sponsored him. You're not going to renew the visa. You're going to wait for the green card. So he's traveling till 2022, and that's it.
All right.
Malona said, I'm in process to petition for my 13-year-old son who's in the Philippines. I'm a permanent resident green card holder right now, which hopefully I'm going to be able to process for my citizenship next year. But I petitioned for my son last February, and it's been 9 months since they received the fee and the paperwork. I've only received the notification, including the case number and the receipt number, but 9 months for us is feeling like years already. Is there any way you can help us get it faster than the estimated processing time of 17 to 22 months?
Nope, unfortunately, that's what it is. Sad.
That's a long time to be without your 13-year-old.
Now, how did she get her green card?
Well, that we don't know. But she's had it for a while because she's about to naturalize.
Let's find out how she got her green card.
Okay.
So maybe, I need a little more information. Maybe there's something, maybe the son's derivative on her case.
Aha.
And then we can schedule him for an appointment immediately. I don't know how she got her green card.
Ooh. I hope you're listening.
I hope so too.
All right, Tahira Tam on YouTube says, good evening. Here's the question. I'm currently in the USA on a B1, B2, and my husband, LPR, has petitioned for me. I want to know, what are my options to stay?
Your husband petitioned for you?
Yeah, LPR.
Your option to stay is find another non-immigrant visa status, or overstay, or go home. Those are your three options. You're asking me too big of a question. We need to know a lot more about you, so come see us.
Donald has a question. Donald's getting married to his fiance next summer. He's wondering, does his stepson get citizenship through him?
No.
So how does he go about getting his stepson legal status?
His stepson will get a green card.
Okay.
If the marriage happened before 18, the stepson turned 18, but the stepson doesn't become a citizen. Stepson will become a citizen when he's eligible to naturalize.
All right, Dana Sharma says, I'm a U.S. citizen. How do I sponsor my niece for visiting me?
You don't. Your niece has to go to get a visitor's visa and prove that she's going to return home to her country. You don't sponsor anybody for a visitor's visa.
So how can she get a visitor's visa?
The niece has to show why she's coming to visit and that she's going to return home.
So does the niece need anybody for that, or she can do that herself?
You don't have to have a family member here to come visit. There's plenty of people who visit America who have no family here.
Right.
The thing the government wants to know is, what is your purpose of coming?
Mm-hmm.
And are you going to leave? Those are the two questions they ask.
Right.
So a lot of times people say, I'll send an invitation letter so they know the purpose of why I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's a waste.
Right.
All you have to say is, I'm going to visit my aunt.
Right.
If that's what in fact you're doing. You don't need an invitation letter from her.
Awesome.
Allie Boo, the newly married Allie Boo Beecher.
Hey.
Oh, she's married.
She's married.
Yeah.
She said, I'm going to need your help.
No wonder. Right. No wonder she hasn't been around.
No wonder. Well, she's
Allie Boo, former Harris, right?
Allie Boo, former Harris,
right.
Exactly.
Right, it's now Beecher.
Is now Beecher.
Yeah.
And Allie Boo Beecher says, is it wise to apply for an ITIN number for tax purposes while I trial to file my paperwork?
It doesn't hurt, but you're going to get a work permit, assuming you're married to a citizen. You're going to get a work permit in a few months. You're not going to really need the tax identification number.
All right, Kanisha Richardson has a question. It's been 18 months since I filed my AOS application. I haven't got an interview date yet, but my husband is now in jail and not coming out anytime soon. What options do I have?
Same as anybody else. You can get divorced to marry someone else. You can say he was abusive, if that in fact was the case. You can say whatever you want, but if it's an honest statement. Or you can go in for your interview, bring proof that your husband's in jail. Maybe he's not getting out for 20 years for all I know. Then your case is going to be pending for 20 years. They're not going to process you until he gets out to prove it's a real marriage.
Emily would like to know, she had her marriage-based interview on October 9th, but hasn't heard anything yet. Should she be worried?
October 9th?
October 9th.
No, wait 120 days.
All right. Did you do Elsa?
No, we still,
No?
we still got that.
You guys, I don't have any on
Oh,
there.
okay,
So
cool.
I'm going to give
All right,
Elsa.
so wait, I got a whole thing here.
Well,
Don't
no,
worry.
let me give you Elsa's
Elsa.
real quick.
We got
Elsa Leslie. How many forms do you have to file when petitioning for a spouse who's out of status?
How many forms?
How many forms? Well, say what they are.
She's just asking for a number. Is the question how many forms?
Yeah. But do you know them?
I do know that,
So
but
then
I'm
if you-
counting the number. That's what she asked. All right, it's the I-130 is one.
Okay.
So mean, thank you.
I-130 is 1. I-45 is 2. The I-130A is 3. The I-864 is 4. If you need a second I-864, it may be 5. You may need an I-864A. If there's another household member in your house, that would be 6. You need an I-765, which is 7. You need an I-131, which is 8 forms.
Whew.
My goodness. Marlene would like to know. Good evening, guys. Is it true that you have to pay for your green card before they send it to you?
Well, you have to pay a filing fee if you're adjusting your status here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you came from another country, you have to, after you get your immigrant visa, you got to go online and pay like $185, or they won't process it to mail it to you. So either way you're paying, it's just a different process.
All right, Dione Donaldson on YouTube says, hey Brad, my friend got her work permit approval letter 31 days ago. However, she still has not received the actual
Seems to
card.
be a lot of people having that
Yeah,
problem.
she lives in Minnesota.
It's the same person.
No, it's a different person.
Lives in Minnesota.
What's going on with Minnesota? It should take about 2 weeks or so to manufacture the card after you get the approval. It's a manufacturing thing. So in other words, what happens is immigration approves you, they send it out, the approval notice to you, and wherever they manufacture, the facility manufactures the card and mails it to you. And it's supposed to be about a 2-week process.
So with the 31 days.
I don't know. Maybe it got lost in the mail. Maybe for Minnesota they're delayed because this is the second one.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't heard about Minnesota delays, but maybe there is.
Maybe there are.
Right.
You know, the only thing I would suggest at this moment is call the USCIS hotline and let them either confirm or not confirm whether or not your work permit was mailed out. If it was mailed out and you didn't get it, now you got a postman problem. If it wasn't mailed out, then we have a facility processing problem that they got delayed. So that's what you really need to find out.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a question from Princess Black who said, if you have a valid visa, a valid 10-year visa, and you come to the U.S. and stay over your time, and then you get married and get a green card, is that visa still valid in your passport, B1, B2 visa?
No, once you have a green card, your visa's invalid. Once you overstay your time, your visa's invalid. But who cares? You have a green card. You use your green card to travel. You don't need a visa.
Behold Pure on YouTube says, how long does deportation take?
You want to get deported or you don't want to be deported?
I'm sure they don't want to, but maybe they want to know how long it takes so they can get their ish together.
I don't, everybody's different. Some deportations happen in 3 months because you're an aggravated felon. Others take years and years and years because you're filing for asylum or the judges are backed up. Everybody's different. I've seen people deported in 3 months and I've seen people take 8 years, 10 years, depending on how long appeals take.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a question. Oh, I see. We've got a question from Dane Manorin. I couldn't figure out where to put the space. Is a paternity test required for CRBA? And if so, about how much is that going to cost in Kingston, Jamaica?
Well, if you are you are a father filing for a child and you are not married to the mother, most likely they will ask for a paternity test. And you're spending over $1,000.
Woo! It's over $1,000?
I'm not saying 1,000, more than 1,000.
More than 1,000.
Oh, all right. Howard Murphy says, I'm going for my swearing once I get that citizenship. What do I need to do?
Show up to the swearing in, say, I become a citizen. There's nothing to do. What do you do?
Wow. And then you're free to go?
You're free to go. You got your naturalization.
All right.
All right. Show up at the right place at the right time. I did swear in.
Last step, Howard Murphy. I feel like he doesn't believe it. He's like, you're telling me
like,
it's really the end? Dione's got a
follow-up on
has a follow-up on the Minnesota work permit. Yeah. So it's her friend's work permit. She called USCIS and they told her that the card hasn't been produced yet.
Has not.
No.
So now we have a facility problem.
Is there any way to expedite that? Like, hey,
if we know the manager of the facility who can press the button to make the machine go faster, yes.
Wow.
So why don't you wait another week or two and then see what happens.
All right. Ricardo Henry says, what's the cost for a hardship waiver?
The filing fee?
I'm sure.
Is that what he's asking?
No, sure.
Sure, or you're not sure?
Well, what else would you have to pay for a hardship waiver?
You can pay for a lawyer's fee.
I was gonna say for a good attorney that will make all of your worries go away.
It is $930.
Okay. Wow, that's.
But the provisional waiver is $715. But all other waivers are $930.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Chin had a follow-up because we told her we didn't have enough information. So she filed July 27th and did her fingerprint August 21st. Should she already have her work permit by now? She's in Philadelphia.
She did when and when?
She filed on July 27th, but fingerprinted August 21st.
Well,
so July 27th filing.
If it was done August, if you did your adjustment application properly, then the answer is yes. I don't know whether you did your adjustment application properly.
Okay.
All right, I have a follow-up from Roa Marie Luis, and this is good. I'm happy that you got Brad's answer at first. So in addition to this, do you remember we were talking about the dad's birth certificate?
Yes.
The son, yes. All right, so in addition to that, is the travel service my son is going to utilize to help him fill out the application? They're saying he needs his dad's date of birth on that application. So since his greedy uncle sold it to someone else illegally to use for U.S. travel, now my son and I don't know if that's going to affect him getting his U.S. visa.
Well, hopefully not, but if you don't know your dad's date of birth, then just say unknown. I don't know my dad's date of birth.
That's it.
That's it.
Amber says, my fiance is here on a tourist visa. Could we get married?
If it's more than 90 days and you're a citizen, yes.
All right. Emily Baldwin says, thank you for answering my question. But she wasn't sure if Brad said to wait on the 120 days. Do you remember the question?
Yeah, it's for she hadn't heard anything from her marriage-based interview on October 9th.
Wait 120 days. You got to give them 120 days, and then we go into action, Quillis.
And that's all we got for right now. Is that right?
All
Oh,
right.
wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We got France.
Our things are not refreshing today.
Mine didn't earlier either.
Oh my God, and it's fun. It's the same. It's my uncle's name. My niece, which not my uncle, I swear. My niece lost her passport with her student visa in it.
Oh.
What can we do for her?
Get a new passport, and then ultimately, if you're here in the United States, you're still in legal status. But when you leave, you're going to have to get a new visa.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was a lot of social media questions.
So, Yonathan.
Yes, sir.
I understand the other day when you were here in the office early.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. When you were here early.
And I was here early today.
When you were here early. You went out on the street.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Not as a streetwalker.
Right.
You just went out on the street.
And
you felt like testing people's knowledge about whether some of their favorite sports stars are American-born or immigrants.
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to watch and see how folks did. I was going to ask you how they did.
Yeah,
Let's watch how they did.
What's good, Brad Squad? It's your boy Yonathan Elliott out here in New York City. So now as football season is warming up, baseball season is cooling down, so it only makes sense to play the celeb game. Are they American-born or an immigrant? Make sure you guys play along with us in the comments section while I go and test these New Yorkers out. Jose Canseco.
He's the guy that used steroids, wasn't he? The baseball player.
There you go. Okay, so you know that. So is he American-born or an immigrant?
Oh, American.
I feel like this is a trick question. I'm going to say he's American-born.
American-born or an immigrant?
I don't know what sport he plays.
Baseball.
Baseball. I'm going to say American-born. American.
Jose Canseco was born in Havana, Cuba. Him and his family left Cuba when Fidel Castro came into power in 1959. Then Jose Sr. lost his job and his home, and they finally settled in Miami in 1965. Now Jose Canseco, that man's a millionaire. The tennis player, Maria Sharapova.
Yeah, she's the cute one.
Okay, yeah. There you go. That's a good way to remember her. All right, is she American-born or an immigrant?
Oh, definitely immigrant.
Is she an immigrant? Definitely an immigrant.
Yeah, good job. Do you know where from?
No.
I believe she's from Russia.
There you go. Good job. You must like her, huh?
Yeah, she's all right.
Maria Sharapova is a Russian professional tennis player and has been a U.S. resident since 1994. Floyd Mayweather. money-making team.
He's definitely American, right?
That's tough. But that's American born right there.
I know you know Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, that's an easy one. From Las Vegas. There you go.
He is an American born or an immigrant?
No, American.
American born?
Good job. See, aren't you feeling good?
Get it now. I'm ready.
That boy right there is an American-born citizen. He was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and also born into a family of pro boxers. Danica Patrick, you said you went to school in Florida, so this is racing, NASCAR.
Oh yeah, she's American, right?
American-born or an immigrant?
She an immigrant?
I think Danica Patrick is American born.
American. I'm from Daytona, so I know about NASCAR.
Danica Patrick is American-born. She was born in Wyoming and also known as being one of the most successful women in open-wheel American racing. Arnold Schwarzenegger, American-born or an immigrant?
I believe Arnold Schwarzenegger is an immigrant.
I know he's an immigrant.
There you go. Do you know from where?
Switzerland.
I know you're going to get this one. You look like a bodybuilder yourself, you know what I mean? Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger, American-born or an immigrant?
Oh, Austrian, an immigrant.
I studied abroad in Austria. I know that he's from Linz.
Whoa!
Fact.
Yeah. Good job. I definitely didn't even know where in Austria, but you got that one. He's not only known as the Governator, the Terminator, not only Conan the Barbarian, but before he was just a bodybuilder from Austria. Immigrant. The boxer, Oscar de la Hoya. American-born or an immigrant?
I don't know that one either. American born?
I feel like I should know this, but he's an immigrant.
He's an immigrant.
He's definitely American, but I know his parents are from Mexico. So I'm Mexican-American, so.
Oscar de la Hoya, also known as the Golden Boy of boxing, American-born. A lot of you guys didn't know that. He was born in LA like I was, but his family came from Mexico. Basketball now. Tony Parker, American-born or an immigrant?
I don't watch basketball, but I'm going to say he's American-born.
American born. Sounds American.
Definitely French. He's from France.
Tony Parker, basketball player. Come on, y'all. He is an immigrant. He was born in Belgium and raised in France. His father, Tony Sr., used to play basketball for Loyola University in Chicago, and his mother was a Dutch model. Babe Ruth, American-born or immigrant?
That's like an American, treasure.
Babe Ruth has to be American, right? I mean, they have a candy bar.
Is he really an American hero, or is he an immigrant?
Well, I don't think being an immigrant disqualifies him from being an American hero. But I don't know. I don't know his backstory. I should. I love the Yankees, but I'm an immigrant.
American.
You want to change that? You good thing you didn't change it. He's American-born. Babe Ruth, although his background is German and Prussian, he is an American-born citizen. He was born in Baltimore, Maryland. Ben Roethlisberger, American-born or an immigrant? Football player.
Yeah, I know who Ben Roethlisberger is. Ruining my fantasy football team. Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger. That's American-born.
Ben Roethlisberger. Maybe he's an immigrant? Immigrant?
I think he's from Ohio, so American.
Oh, okay. Ben Roethlisberger, born in Lima, Ohio, so he is an American-born citizen. Andre Agassi.
If he's a tennis player, he's got to be an immigrant, right? Andre Agassi is an immigrant?
American-born.
Oh, wild guess, American.
Oh, just a wild guess. Yes, you got it right. He was born in Las Vegas. Good job, man. Andre Agassi, one of the most famous former tennis players, American-born citizen. Even though he was born to Iranian parents, he was born in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, there y'all have it. That was an amazingly fun game of American-born or immigrant sports edition. I love the fact that we interviewed some guys and girls who thought that they would get every question wrong, but you never know what you actually really know. Let's go back to the studio.
All right. We got most of them right here.
Yeah.
We did.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was really
right.
fun.
I don't think I got any wrong. Did I?
You did.
What was
Which one?
the very first one?
Who was the first one?
I forget.
Canseco.
Yeah,
I got
Canseco.
Canseco. That was
Thank
the
you,
first one I got
Jillian.
wrong.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know he was born in Cuba. I got all the
Yeah.
other ones.
Otherwise, yeah, that was a
Actually,
trick
I
question.
didn't know. Yeah, because I didn't know either.
I was on the fence on Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
I don't even know how you even asked that one.
the Buffett time.
Yeah, you think anybody was going to say, oh yeah, he was born in America?
I mean, I bet like a millennial would be like, if they were born when he was a governor, like they might think that. You never know.
All right. We have any last lingering social media questions?
We do. So Danielle Faircloth says, an I-130 green card holder filing for spouse and child, been waiting over 2 years.
Come see me, because if it's more than 2 years and you don't have an interview, we should be filing what's called a mandamus action. As a matter of fact, next week we're going to bring Abadir on, because I think it's so important now, because you hear most of these cases that we're hearing right now are all cases where people are delayed. How come I don't get it? How come it's not coming? Why is this taking so long?
Yeah.
And the answer is you either wait or you sue the government. Now, you only sue the government in egregious circumstances. So a lot of times people were calling me, they were asking the questions on social media, and they were saying, what should I do? Well, there's nothing you can do. You just got to wait it out. But in egregious situations where you have filed an adjustment, you're an immediate relative, and it's more than 2 years, and you have nothing, that's when you sue the government.
Yeah, because she said that she's tired of waiting.
I don't blame you. Come see us.
They want to come see you, yes.
Correct.
Yep. Miss Shin finally gave us some extra information. She's been waiting a little bit less than the 120-day mark, but she says it was done by a lawyer, but that she has still not heard anything. So what does she do if she hasn't heard anything from her attorney?
Call the attorney up and say, hey, what the WTF? I was going to curse.
Yeah.
Like, WTF?
Right.
I don't hear from you. Come have a meeting. I'd like to sit down with you and review the case. Tell me what's going on. Make me feel good that what you're doing is going to work. And if not, then you switch attorneys.
All right. Tahira Tam on YouTube says, good evening again. Can I apply for a work permit while I'm being petitioned for by my husband, who is a green card holder?
No, you cannot.
I always feel like a good rule of thumb is if you have an attorney and you have to ask another attorney why things are going wrong,
it's time to switch attorneys.
Right, might not have the right one.
The thing is, when you ask that, you know the answer.
Right.
Like, you already know that you just need to switch. So
Right.
Of course you do.
Let's just do it.
Right.
If you're like, I'm paying this one person a retainer every month, but I'm not getting what I need from them.
Look.
Here's the answer
Come
right
on,
there.
come on. Let's
Answer.
do it.
Answer.
Answer.
That's all we got, Brad.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, before we get to comments of the day, just a quick announcement. Today, we're going to be back on Monday, but the doctor told me, because I was at the doctor earlier, I said I have to do the show today because we didn't announce that we weren't going to do it. But the doctor told me no show for 2 days because I got to rest my voice. Other than that, I'm never going to get it back. All right. So, unfortunately for my longevity of life,
yes,
I'm not going to be talking for Thursday, Friday, but I will be back Monday, and hopefully with a very strong voice, and then we will go right back into Brad Show Live.
Yes.
Yes.
In the meantime, comments of the day. All right.
Okay. We've got a handful of them, Brad. Our first one is from LVLX Gaming, who said, I never want to miss a show. This show is awesome.
Oh,
I like that.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right.
Don't miss it
I
then.
agree. Don't miss it. Don't do
Nobody
it.
should ever.
Angela Barrett, after you responded a question about why someone needs a waiver if they get married in under 30 days with incredible thoroughness, Angela Barrett said, that's what I love about this amazing lawyer, y'all.
Aww.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
He's
I
breathing
love
in.
how comments of the day is just to blow Brad's head.
Look,
He sits back like this.
That's
Can we
what.
do more comments of the day?
I feel like it should be
love
half the show.
I would love to do a whole show of just comments of the day.
You actually could.
I would love comments of the day, and I'll just sit back here like I'm like Julius Caesar. More
Right.
comments, please. More
Listen,
comments,
Brad,
please.
if you ever have a bad day, Just turn on the
turn
live.
Right.
Everybody else say, hey, guys, what do you feel about me?
I'm going to be like, man, I'm so depressed. This is a horrible day. Having an awful day.
You should
let me go live. And all of a sudden, I'm like, Brad, you're the best. And I'm like, wow, thank you very much.
You're so handsome. Oh, I love that blazer. Like, seriously, you should never have a bad day.
That's true.
I don't have a bad day. Do I rarely have bad days? Kim says yes, maybe.
I care about job security.
What do I have bad days, Kim?
No.
All right, let's see.
Not at all.
Kim's going to say, this week or?
Right. Like in the last 48 hours?
Right.
Nah, you've been real chirpy.
Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious. Let's get some more. Come on.
Afzal knows how to curb a bad day, though.
What?
Afzal said, Hump Day on Bradshaw Live gives meaning to Wednesdays. Good refreshment to help us finish the week.
That is right.
That's right.
That is right.
We help you
So
finish.
true.
That's us. Bradshaw Live, we help you finish.
In more ways than one.
Thomas Wong on YouTube said, hey everyone, don't forget to subscribe. Every day there's a new show.
Exactly, except Thursday and Friday when I have to rest my voice.
Exactly.
That's all good.
Right.
But
That's all
other than
good.
that, every day there's a new show. And finally, we've got Roa Marie, who had a lot of questions.
Yes.
Yonathan asked every single one. Brad answered every single one. And she said, and that's why Brad and you guys are the powerhouse of immigration information. Thank you so much. You all are amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Woo!
Now I'm gonna. I saw a comment of the day. I'm just gonna pat myself on the back.
Go ahead, my
I
God.
have no political aspirations, but I'm telling you, every week somebody wants me to run for president.
That's actually
I saw
true.
a couple.
Yeah,
of
I
them.
saw right, and then they were like, somebody, I don't remember who it was.
Javelle Finnegan.
Yeah, says Brad 20, who says I, and then a whole bunch of people were
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Right. I got about 12 people who would vote for me right now.
I think you have a lot more than.
I feel like you. Yeah.
Listen, how many of thousands of people have you helped?
Lots.
Exactly.
And
So that's a lot more than 12.
I get it. I understand.
Right.
I understand both sides. I'm a pretty fair person.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to be president.
No, don't be
I don't
proud.
even want to
Donald
be a
Trump said that
congressman.
before.
I don't even want to be a congressman.
No.
Remember when Trump said he would never run for president?
I don't want to be governor. I don't want to be congressman. I don't even want to be the dog catcher.
Politics suck. Don't do that.
Politics sucks.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that'll
Too
rot your soul
stressful.
from the
Yeah.
inside.
Politics sucks.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do something else.
Yeah, you should.
What should I do?
I feel like you could become a stand-up comedian.
I could.
But how are you going to use your immigration?
I have like a larger, maybe a larger talk show somewhere.
I don't know.
Maybe somebody will discover us somewhat time.
I don't know.
Never know.
Hit up Jeff.
I don't know.
Hit up his
That's right.
clubs.
We need Jeff's comedy ties.
If only somebody at Jeff's Comedy Club would discover us.
Wait. Andre is such a real one. He said he turned on his alarm just to be able to wake up and watch the show. Andre, if I remember correctly,
he lives
is in Sri Lanka
or Indonesia.
Indonesia,
I
you're
think
right.
he's in Indonesia, but he could
That's
be.
an insane time difference.
I definitely just
I get
that
emails
comment.
from Andre about once every couple weeks or a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps in touch with me, Andre. He's a good guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andre.
Yeah.
Good
Y'all
morning.
are all awesome. Squad up.
That's the
Yeah.
devotion is real.
All right, guys. Enjoy Thursday. We ain't here. Enjoy Friday. We ain't here. Enjoy weekend. We ain't here. But we will be here on Monday to answer all your immigration questions. Have a lot more fun with you guys. Enjoy your 4-day break. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?